Welcome back to Smile Jamaica. Now, traditionally, Labor Day has been a day that's spent on working in enhancing and beautifying our environment, right? But this year, things are very, very different. So, let's ask and hear from some project organizers who have been affected by COVID 19.
Good morning. My name is Sandrine Mackenzie. I'm an upper sixth form student at Arden High School and the former head girl at Westwood High School. I'm a former youth parliamentarian and current UNESCO Youth Ambassador. I enjoy volunteering and giving of myself through service and assisting my community where possible. I do this through the help of my mom, actually. And yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I am Carleen Kelly Reid. I'm the current president of the Rotary Club of Mandeville. The Rotary Club of Mandeville is part of the larger, wider Rotary International, which is the largest and oldest service organization. So in Mandeville, we as a Rotary Club, we look to make an impact on our community. Each year, especially at Labor Day, we do hands-on projects helping to transform the community through service and partnership. So it's usually a partnership with other organizations, but Labor Day is something that we look forward to every year.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ricardo Burke, founder and managing director of Youth for Change Foundation, which is a youth-led charity. We basically provide a platform for you to experience or gain first-hand experience in volunteerism. So we recently received the Prime Minister Award for Youth Development in 2019 last year. And volunteerism for us is like giving back service to your country. So Labor Day is a day where we normally take pride to serve our country free of cost and in terms of building our beautifying our community and our country at large. So yes, we are so involved in this initiative for Labor Day projects over the years.
Actually, this Labor Day, my mom and I would have planned to continue a project that we would have started some years ago. We in 2018 we would have assisted the Lilyfield Basic School on Labor Day with the basically we beautified the school. We did painting of the exterior and interior of the building. We did the installation of the ceiling. We changed the doors so we could improve security for the students that attend that school as well. And what we wouldn't have completed the work because there's still a lot left to be done. And so this year we had planned to go back so that we could do repairs to the bathroom at the school so that it can be more comfortable and conducive for both staff and students. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 crisis, we would have decided to forego that plan for right now and to do it at a later date rather than during this period, which should be of Labor Day.
So for the Rotary Club of Mandeville this year, what we had planned to do was tree planting. We were going to partner with our youth partners, which is our Rotaract clubs, which involve young people from ages 18 to 30, as well as our Interact clubs, which operates in our high schools. So we had asked all of our clubs. We currently have 3 Rotaract clubs, the Rotaract Club of NCU, Mandeville, and CTC. We have 6 Interact clubs, Bel Air, Bishops, Manchester High, DC. We're looking to start one at Mile Gully. And the plan was that we were going to help each of our clubs to beautify their areas at their schools. So we had asked them to identify areas and we were going to give them trees as well as we were going to be there to help them to plant trees. We thought of this project because of the environmental impact that it would have. And as a Rotarian or as a Rotary Club, we have to do projects that are sustainable. So that was our plan.
All right, for us, we basically normally year time we split our team in groups. So we normally do the Gregor Park Primary School in Gregor Park and the basic schools around the community. For the first time this year, we would have done project in St. Thomas because last year, September, we started our second branch in St. Thomas. And we're planning on doing some repairs to the Dalby Primary School We will do repainting of the upscotch and beautification projects in terms of flowers, planting and stuff like that. And also do some renovation work at teachers' cottages as well. So that was our initial plans for this year. Over the years, we have been getting support from ITLBP, who last year assisted us to do repainting of the Caymanas Basic School playground. So yes, and we have been around for a number of years in terms of schools assistant.
What I've done in light of the fact that I'm unable to necessarily go out and do that project that I wanted to do at the Littlefield Basic School, what I did recently, just last week actually, was to distribute 4 black tanks to persons living in areas that really do not have access to water as other areas would. I would have been able to do this project through the help of the Cleasing Industrial Supplies Limited organization, where I was able to distribute those 4 tanks. And so though it's not during Labor Day, I'm still grateful that in spite of the fact that there coronavirus is here, I was still able to do that. And I mean, despite coronavirus being here, I think it's for us to plan better and to see where else we can assist in our communities as persons who truly believe in service above self.
Thank you, Sandrine. That's actually the Rotary motto, service above self. And usually we would have done a painting project. As I mentioned, we have painted the walls on basic school, the New Green Primary and Junior High, Hatfield Primary and Junior High. But this year, this project was going to be different because of the tree planting focus. Yeah. Unfortunately, because schools are out and because schools and colleges are out, we are not able to gather and group as we had planned to work together. So it's really, really disappointing for us. However, what we are doing now is we are hoping to partner with a foundation, I won't name it now, and they have asked us to identify institutions, organizations that need support, and we hope to be able to partner with them to donate. In the past, we've gotten support from VMBS, we've gotten support from Berger. A number of organizations have assisted us, but this year we will have to do it differently.
Understand.
So yes, I do agree with Sandrine, and for us this year things will be a bit more different. What we are trying to do, or what we are doing now, is to gather food items to continue distribution of care packages to senior citizens, disabled and marginalized families. So we recently received a mini grant from the Caribbean Youth Council to assist us in that. So we are more geared toward bringing assistance to families who are struggling in these times.
Yes, I think all of us have to shift our focus because of COVID to really assisting with the immediate need right now, which is food and so on. So we're looking at children's homes and other organizations to work with them to donate supplies. So it's a Labor Day with a difference.
Yeah, that's really
true.
Yeah.
That's true. For me, where I get my passion from in terms of giving of myself to others and always seeking to assist persons is actually because of my mom. Growing up, I would have seen her put the needs of others above herself. She's very altruistic in that sense. And so even in light of the COVID-19 crisis, what she would have done is to work with persons to also do the distribution of care packages, of which I would have assisted her. And so many of the things that I'm able to accomplish or to do as an individual by giving back to society, I've been able to do this through the help of my mom. So I just want to use this opportunity just to thank her publicly for what she would have done. She's the community service officer for Saint Anne for the Saint Anne Probation Office. And so many things are able to do. I've partnered with her so that we can get these work done in the communities. So projects like repainting of schools, debushing, installing of ceilings, changing of doors, all of that, I would have been able to do these things through her help. And so I just had to thank her, publicly right now for that. And I mean, I don't know where you guys got the passion from, but I know certainly I owe that to her because I've seen her life, see how she'd have dedicated herself to others, and I would have been truly inspired by that. And so I seek to live a similar life.
For me, it's a bit more different. It's more like life experience or I grew up and the same influence my mom. Or I see my mom treat persons that actually gave me that drive to do something. And I basically try to provide the stuff that I did not growing up to persons now. So even now in this time where persons in our community would struggle to buy credit to put on data and phone to access school work and online classes and stuff, what we did was we actually sanitized our homework center, which we operate in Grove Park, where we have about 12 computers and we make it available to students in the community close by who want to access online classes free of cost. So they will just have to wear their mask and come in, we sanitize them and we try to provide some refreshment if possible and stuff like that. So it is a bit more different for me personally.
Well, for me, I think the same influence from my parents, from my mother in particular, would have would have influenced me in this way. I am a past Miss Jamaica Festival Queen, which has a focus on community development and
Yeah,
nation
yeah.
building. So my joining Rotary really was an extension of that. And I've seen where the Rotary Club of Mandeville has made like a significant contribution to the community. The Mandeville Regional Hospital, they're perennial beneficiaries for of Rotary. Thousands of millions of dollars of equipment, and it's really done through partnership with international Rotary clubs and our Rotary Foundation. Apart from that, for us in Rotary, Labor Day is like Christmas because it's the day that we get to get dirty, get hands on, do
Yeah.
things, and we really look forward to Labor Day. So we plan that every year. We're going to do something that everybody can be involved. We fellowship afterwards. So we look forward to it. And then the added benefit of really seeing the difference that it makes. When we see a classroom that has been built at the School for Special Education, or we see, a bus shelter that, again, it was all part of our that sweat equity that helped to make it happen. We're very, very excited. So,
That's true.
Labor Day is going to be different. It's so funny. When I go to other projects, people say, Carleen, how you learn to paint? Where you learn to paint? Because I'm very good at painting. I don't know anything about painting other than when I do Labor Day projects with Rotary. You learn how to paint. So when
That
everybody
is
gets
true.
a wall and my wall is finished, they can't figure out. I'm like, I didn't know you could paint. I'm not a professional, but I've learned through Rotary how to
And
paint.
that's
How
what
to,
volunteerism does.
yes,
That's
that's
what
what it does.
volunteerism does.
That's
Give you
what
a
it,
soft skill and it help grow your confidence and stuff like that.
yes.
So yeah,
Yes, I mean, I never thought of myself as a painter, but I've acquired skills through
Surely,
Labor Day.
Karen, the same is true for me. I didn't know that I could paint until I did my first painting project as well.
Yes,
So
yes.
certainly, what I do believe though is that what the current crisis has taught all of us is that we have to, in the midst of crisis, in the midst of probably disappointment, is how do we move forward? And so I think that's the lesson for all of us this year, even in light of the fact that many projects I would have wanted to do would have been cancelled, or you're just unable to do them based on, health reasons or otherwise. But how do we look forward? What can we do even in the midst of the crisis? And so I'm glad that each all of us would have noted that would have been doing other things like care packages and assisting with homework and all of that. And what's funny for me is last year it wasn't Corona, but on Labor Day I had an exam, and so I was unable to do my project on Labor Day. And so what I had to do in the midst of that, because I had no control over the situation, similarly no having no control over the coronavirus, I had to plan ahead. And so rather than doing the project on Labor Day, we did it earlier. And so my mother and I went to the Mines Basic School and we assisted them once again with the repainting of their school, just to add beauty to the school. And I think that's a lesson that we all can learn coming out of this crisis, is how do we move forward in the midst of disappointment and adversity? What can we do to make lives better?
True. We can
That's
still
true.
have an
That's
impact.
true.
That's very true.
That's true.
That's true. And I must add to that in terms of a few weeks ago, before the announcement of the curfew hours, made a post on Facebook saying that if Labor Day is cancelled this year. And funny enough, after thinking about it, maybe it's a time where we have to do Labor Day at home, where we clean up our surrounding, or probably our gateway. So each neighbor clean the gateway, then automatically coming look a little bit more different, you know, if each of us stay at our zone and practice social distancing. So yes, COVID-19 has actually taught many of us how to come together, live better with each other, and look out for each other, and the purpose of living good with everyone. Because then the good that you did previously will come back now in these times. Yeah. So yeah, that's for me.
True.
Certainly, I agree with you, Ricardo. We have to look at what we can do at our individual homes and for ourselves as well as our families. I believe the theme for this year, though, is Labor Day at home. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure what I'll be doing yet. I think I want to plant a few crops because I've been, getting into that healthy lifestyle regime and all of that. So I'm looking forward to that as well, Labor Day at home. And most certainly we'll continue our projects when it's safe to do so.
Oh. Yeah, that's commendable.
Labor Day at home. I didn't know that was the theme, but I'll certainly embrace it and take it on.
Yeah, I just want to use this opportunity to tell all Jamaicans to stay safe, protect yourselves, and tan your yard.
Thank you so much for having me. I do want to remind Jamaicans that we can still make a difference in a small way. And in these COVID times, we may not be able to do the big things, but the little things will count. So thank you and stay safe.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, TVJ, and to persons outside in Jamaica. Please stay safe. Remember to look out for each other if you can. Remember your neighbor. Come together, bring together, and love each other.